Hello, and welcome to Navigating Mom Life with Nella. Here we talk about all things us moms do, things related to our kids, partners, careers, ourselves, and everything in between. A little bit about myself. I am a mom of two, a full time nurse, wife, daughter, and yes, I do have some friends. In today's episode, I want to talk about mom guilt. Let's get into today's episode. Today, I want to talk about mom guilt. What is mom guilt? To me, mom guilt is the feeling that we aren't doing enough, that we are making the wrong decision for our kids, and that we should have done something different. We feel bad for doing something for ourselves. We feel bad for having to say no. We feel bad for not being the perfect mom. Mom guilt is real and mom guilt is awful. Why do we get mom guilt? Well, probably because we want to do everything we can and we want to be the perfect mom. But realistically, being perfect, as we all know, is impossible. I feel guilty if I have to work when they want me to stay home, if I can't buy them everything they want, if I'm tired when we're home together, if I'm a little bit impatient with them and short tempered, if I need to take some time to do something for myself, if I let them watch a lot of TV in a particular day or play on their tablets a lot that day. As moms, we feel guilt way too often, but we all know that we can't help but feel guilty. We need to stop beating ourselves up over feeling this way. Even though it's annoying, it's a normal feeling. When we feel mom guilt, we put even more pressure on ourselves. At least I do. I feel bad about myself because I can't do all the things. I feel sad, anxious, mad, disappointed, maybe a little bit depressed. I try to accomplish more because if I do all things, then I have no reason to feel guilty, right? Well, wrong. I feel even worse. It's just a vicious cycle. If I try to do too much, I can't get it done. Well, then I'm a failure because I didn't do everything I needed to do. How do we cope with this mom guilt feeling? First off, like I said before, this is a normal feeling, and we just need to remember that. We need to stop and take a moment to think, why am I actually feeling guilty? What is causing me to feel this guilt that I feel? Give ourselves some grace. There's physically no possible way we can do everything. We're just one person. We wear a lot of hats, but realistically, physically, we are one person. Remind ourselves that it is okay and it's very needed to take some time for self care for ourselves. We can't help others if we are mentally and physically running on empty. Surround ourselves with supportive people. All moms feel like they are being judged at some point, which just increases our anxiety and guilt. Try to surround your people who love, support you, who don't judge you, other moms that understand what you're going to, and you can bounce things off of each other. If possible, try to stay away from the negativity. Try to stay away from like those friends that you may have or people that are judging you for decisions that you're making as a mom, because ultimately that just makes us feel even worse. With all of that being said, I would love for all of us moms to do our best to not let this mom guilt control our lives. It's okay to experience feeling guilty. It's going to happen, but we should try to not let it control all of our decisions. We have to remind ourselves that it's okay to say no and that it is impossible to do everything in a day. We must take the time needed to take care of ourselves both physically and mentally, or we're not even able to take care of others. And I would love if we could do that all guilt free. Going off of a mom guilt, I want to talk about friendships as a mom. Has anyone else struggled with maintaining friends once you become a mom? I've definitely struggled with this. My friends that don't have children don't understand why I can't go out and do things every time they want. My friends that have children understand the restrictions of when I'm available to do something. But for us to not feel guilty about doing something together without our children, we plan what we do around our kids. We planned things during the day and plan activities that we can bring our children to. See, mom guilt plays a role in how I handle my friendships. I need to do my best to not let this happen It's okay and healthy to make plans with my friends that don't involve my children. Having some time with my friends helps me to continue to nurture those relationships and also allows me to do something for myself. I have to tell myself that it's okay for me to take a few hours away from being a mom and use them for something that makes me feel good about myself, like hanging out with my friends. Moms, I want this on repeat. Mom guilt is real and it's normal, but we can't let it control us. It is okay and needed for us to take time to do things for ourselves, things that make us happy. It's needed both mentally and physically. Like I've said before, we can't take care of others if we don't take care of ourselves. Well, that's all I have for this episode. Follow me on Instagram at Navigating Mom Life Pod. Feel free to send me a message with any episode ideas or any comments or questions you may have. Remember, mom life is hard. Just keep doing the best that you can do. Bye, guys.